Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Small Business Edge Business Boot Camp for women and minority business owners. My name is Brian Moran. I'm CEO of Small Business Edge, and you are joining us for our live Q&A session. It's week 4 of the Business Boot Camp, which means it's retail week. And we've had some great content this entire week. We did a fantastic podcast on Tuesday with John Lawson from Colder Ice Media. We talked about retail and we talked about e-commerce and how business owners can be and should be pivoting this year. We did a really fun spotlight conversation with Hannah Perry, and Ramon Ray was our expert for the spotlight, but Hannah Perry from The Giggling Pig. And we talked about how she started selling her art boxes online when everything shut down. And today, I'm proud to be joined by my partner in the Business Boot Camp, Rieva Lesonsky, CEO of Grow Biz Media and Small Business Daily. And we're going to be answering a lot of the questions that came up this week. I also, before I forget, I want to acknowledge our sponsor this week, which is Pitney Bowes Send Pro Online. And what a great tool it is for business owners, especially nowadays with COVID, being able to ship your packages and get the best rate for it all from your home or your home office. So make sure you check them out, sendpro.com. A couple of housekeeping tips for today before we get started. You have at the bottom of the screen a Q&A section and a chat section. Feel free to use them if you have any questions. We got a lot of questions in this week, didn't we, Rieva?
We did.
From people asking us for advice and suggestions about how to navigate the pandemic in the final month of the year. So, Rieva, why don't we get started? First, let's welcome everybody to the live Q&A.
Hi, everybody. It's really good to be with you. It's a crazy time and a normally crazy time of year. So, but I think we have some information today that can help you.
I agree, totally. So let's get this started. Let me set the stage. There are 28 days left in this year. There are 21 days until Christmas and 3 shopping weekends before Christmas. Thankfully, there haven't been any polar vortexes in the weather forecasts. But today, I think California is getting ready to announce that they're going to go into lockdown, right? So yes. It's been a wild and crazy ride. What can small business retailers and e-tailers expect this holiday season?
So you're right. There's not a whole lot of time left. So hopefully before now that we've done some patchwork, some improvement on e-commerce sites, because you don't ever know. I mean, it's not just California. They announced yesterday that there's a certain number based on ICU beds in regions. They're not doing it by city or county anymore. LA County is already pretty much, or city is pretty much kind of locked down. So it's ICU beds. So you don't know. You could be a retailer and open today and think you're going to be open tomorrow, but they could announce today, okay, we hit that number, and retailers can only have like 20% capacity in their stores. Some other types of business owners are not going to be able to be open at all. And so it's all very volatile. You just have no idea. The one thing that you can count on is a website, right? Mm-hmm. More and more people, the National Retail Foundation just released their holiday forecast on Monday. And it's the numbers so far this year have skewed so hugely towards online only sales.
Right.
Over the holiday weekend, last weekend, where it used to be Thanksgiving Day, Black Friday, people at the stores, Small Business Saturday, people rested on Sunday, Cyber Monday. Now it was basically cyber from Thursday through Monday.
Right.
The numbers were primarily cyber. And so your website has to be up to par. That's number one, is make sure your website can handle any increased traffic. Make sure that you are promoting doing bargains and deals. That was something that was revealed in their survey that people are looking for. And it's funny that the Pitney Bowes Senpro, the major factor that people will buy is for free shipping.
Right.
And fast. They want it free and they want it fast. What's faster than Senpro, right?
Right, Sempro Online.
Right.
And the struggle, it's funny, we're going to kind of work all over the place because so many questions came in about shipping, and there's some concerns about shipping, right? You're reading, FedEx and UPS are saying that they're already putting limitations on their largest shippers. I read something like the capacity for the three major shippers, FedEx, UPS, and US Postal Service, is something like 80 million packages a day. And right now they're averaging upwards of about 88 million packages a day.
And I don't, I've been trying to get some shopping done. Hanukkah's actually next week. So
Right.
and I'm getting notices from people I've ordered from, big companies, saying your package has been delayed 4 to 7 days, and so that's already. So one of the things that I know that some retailers are doing, I've seen it on some sites, is if you want to get your gift by Christmas, order by December 4th. Well, today's December 4th. So that's not going to do anybody listening a whole lot of good. But what it does do is make sure you tell people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell your customers up front, here's what we're dealing with shipping. If you order by today, you might have to change this every day on your website. You can expect your packages by this date. Give them the option to pay more, even though free shipping is the key. Give them an option to pay more for expedited shipping,
Right.
if that's what they need. But the key is to keep them informed, to let them know, because you don't want to have disappointed customers. That's
Right.
the worst.
Right. Well, and as John Lawson alluded to in our podcast, he called January Returnuary.
Yes. Yes.
He said he didn't come up with that, but the point is that if you are late with the package, then undoubtedly it's going to be returned.
Right. And so what's the key, the alternative to that is electronic gift cards, right?
Right.
Make sure that you offer and that it's prominent on your website, that though you don't make people hunt for stuff. Is it like, hey, if you're really in a hurry, here's an electronic gift card. Or you can even suggest, let's say people, get an electronic gift card for this amount, and the gift might show up a little bit later. So you're doing both, so you don't have any disappointment.
Right. Right. So, all right, let me get to our first question, because we have a hard stop, 30 minutes, and I'm going to try and respect that. Sharon in Pittsburgh, what ways can I enhance my website and make it more consumer friendly and attractive? Now, I think we should tell her like the basic tips that we tell everybody when it comes to your website, right? Look at it as from a customer's perspective. Is it mobile friendly? Have you ordered off of it? How easy is it, right, to order? And look at it from different, formats, right? So your smartphone, an Android, an iPhone, a tablet, a desktop computer.
And different browsers.
And different browsers.
Experiences on, Firefox, on Opera, on Safari, on Chrome. So it's really important to look at it from different browsers. People overlook that point a lot.
Right. And so I think also what she's saying is, how do I make it attractive? How do I not get people to leave stuff in the shopping cart?
Okay, so here's some it's the holidays, right? So you don't want to make your site really noisy, but have some holiday kind of design in there to sort of celebrate that it's the holidays. Promotion, people are looking for promotion. The economy is not great. Jobs report came out today, really bad. So you want to people are looking for the bargain, the value. So you want to have those, you want to highlight them, you want to be helpful, you want to say, hey, if you like this, you might like this. And that's about free shipping. So when you said free shipping, you don't want to go out of business with free shipping. So what you want to do is look at your average order and look at your average holiday order. It might be higher than your average order,
Mhm.
and set your free shipping price about $10 to $20 above that average order. So if your average order is $40, you want to set free shipping with $50 purchase, and then make sure you have stuff that people can kind of add to their cart that
Right.
will get them there or close to there, and they'll buy stuff they didn't come looking for just to not pay shipping costs. So that's really important. And then if you can get a suggestion, these things that they all there's plugins with all the retail softwares, that, like, oh, like, here's, maybe somebody buys a sweater. Well, you can, hey, you know what goes nicely with that sweater? And maybe show them some scarves or show them a necklace. Like, you want to give suggestions so they can add, like, oh, I didn't even think of that. I'm going to add that to my cart.
All great suggestions. And by the way, we're going to be posting this on the boot camp website on demand for everybody who want to go back and watch it again and write down all those wonderful tips you're giving people. So we'll do that. Vincent from Spokane, Washington wants to know about consumer demand and inventory. And he says, how can I balance the two? I don't know uh, I don't know what to expect from my consumers, and I'm worried about having too much or not enough inventory. What do I do?
Yeah, this is really hard. I mean, hopefully it's December 4th. Chances are you've already, Vincent, have a good idea of what you have right now that you're offering to sell. I think it's better to possibly have a little bit more that you can sell in January and still make money on, than to have less, because if you don't have something, someone's going to go somewhere else, right?
Right,
That's really the key.
right,
So you're kind of better off not having a glut, but having some extra merchandise that you can use for promotions as we get closer to the holidays. You can use in January to lure customers in, than to just have somebody come to your site and see, well, there's nothing there. I need to go find a site where I can buy my stuff. And so that's number one. Number two, you might look into, where, if you think you might run out of an item, is there a place that you can get those items really quickly? Like, do you have a local distributor that maybe will let you order more before you run out, and so you can add to your inventory that way? And
right,
again, supplant with gift cards.
right. Great advice. All right. Ivana from Cleveland. Do you think that people will avoid local businesses because they may not be as prepared to ship on time, which is what we were just talking about, right? That's a great question. I would start by saying that I think now, this year, more than any other year in recent memory, people are cognizant of the importance of
Yes.
recognizing and supporting local businesses. So you're going to get the benefit of the doubt, like, and the ability to ship something. Hopefully, in most cases, it's local, and you can set up contactless pickup and
Yeah.
contactless delivery. But what do you think about that for local or small businesses and shipping?
So the NRF just released, like I said, their holiday numbers, and the survey that they did, 77% of Americans said they are really wanting to shop local and shop small this year, because,
Right,
like you said, they're really aware of what's going on economically in their communities. So they're eager to do it. So you have to make it easy for them to do that. So, like you said, if it's local, they probably may not mind getting in their car and going to get, buy online, pick up in store. And in store should be in the parking lot, right? Let them
right,
call you in the parking lot, and you come out and you just deliver it to their car. Don't make them go into your store. To pick up any item, allow them to pay online. I had an experience last summer where I had ordered online, but they didn't allow me to pay online. And then I had to go into the store to up the device, and I will never go back. I was in line for like an hour and a half. I
Yeah.
will never ever go back to that store again.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you're giving people a very easy experience. One of the things that I think business retailers should look at are the food delivery services, right? Think
Mhm.
about what people are ordering food, they're ordering groceries and getting them delivered.
Right.
So right now there's not a, an Uber Eats for retail. But can you do it yourself? Can you join with some other local merchants in your community and get a licensed bonded deliverer who can deliver these packages again for free because you want to build it into your prices to your local customers. If it's
Right.
local, I think that's a really great idea.
I love that. And you're 100% right. And I've seen that happen in my community where the small businesses now are that would never normally, like a clothing store, they wouldn't normally deliver. And now they're doing it
Right.
because of that exact reason, saying that, we can drop it off at your house. Happy to do that if you don't want to come in. And you're right about those long lines. And not that, I mean, that would be a good problem to have, right? A small business retailer having long lines in their store normally, but not this time.
Right.
And
It-
I've sat in those long lines and I've actually left the store,
yeah.
realizing that it's going to take at least a half hour and I'm not comfortable sitting in that line.
So one of the things you want to do if you're doing that, so think about your store. Chances are, if you've merchandised your store properly, you have some displays near the cash registers with little items that like spontaneous things that people go, oh, this is kind of cool, I'll
Right.
add this. So
Right.
if you're doing contactless, you can't do that, so do it on your website. When they check out, when they're ready to check out, say, hey, here's some stocking stuffers you might have overlooked, and again, put it in their face because they're not coming in to do any of that spontaneous purchasing.
I love it. And you can also do that on social media, right? So you
Yes.
can do it on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and Pinterest. So hopefully you've been listening to Rieva and I for the last 9 months, where we've been espousing social and digital media over and over and over again as a way to stay connected to your customers and prospects who are not able to come into your stores. So
Yes.
you can definitely, now's the time to be really hitting home with social media and any new items you have and any new, like you said, little gifts, last minute gifts, ideas that you can put. What's interesting too, when I read this, that big stores were doing this, that they were taking their best selling items and, normally it would have been, in store, Black Friday, come and get it, like TVs or game systems or whatever. I read that this year they were offering them only online, that you had to actually go to the
Really
website to get
interesting.
the best selling items. And, that's, again, that might be something that a small business would consider.
Hmm.
We'll give you an extra discount if you visit our website or visit our Shopify account.
So one thing you also might think of if you live in a warmer climate, right? So where I live, it's going to be 75 degrees today. So not that I'm bragging, but
Yeah, I know. I know.
because we have fires actually. We have a fire burning like 5 miles from here. But one of the things, if you live in a warmer climate, outside your store, so people are very nervous that
Mhm.
they want to be assured that they are coming to a safe environment. So if you put up like a big table, if you're allowed by local zoning laws, outside your store with a little sample of the merchandise that's inside, and have an employee out there with some kind of tablet that lets people know, they could look at the table and say, hey, do you have this in red and medium? And the employee can check and say, yeah, let me go get it for you. And the whole transaction, everything can take place outside, which makes people feel a little bit more secure and a little bit less nervous about shopping in
Right.
person.
Right. Another, just a comment here about the idea of using social media to drive purchases. That's a great tip if you don't have a fancy website, which I like, and that makes sense. If your website is static, first of all, that might be an issue, trying to get people to come back to it again
Yeah.
and again. Like you've only listed your address and you don't update it on a daily basis. You don't give people a reason to go back to your website. It's not a destination. But certainly you can offer Instagram specials and Facebook specials,
Yep.
and mention, put in a promo code, and you'll get an extra discount. We had a question from John. I love the questions that are coming in. So this is John in New York City. Do you see any opportunities for local and small businesses to band together in some way to add scale, variety, and present a united front? I love that question. And although I think it's a little late in the
Yeah.
game
Yes.
but it's certainly, if there's something that's turnkey, like it's peanut butter meets jelly, or chocolate meets peanut butter, in my case, by all means, right? I think that's a great idea.
Well, I think, like I mentioned before, banding together to do delivery services makes total sense. Is there a way that you can cross promote with one another, right? So again, in person, I could go into this baby store, and on the counter might be a card that says, hey, baby books are on sale at the bookstore down the street,
Right.
or take this card and you get a 5% discount. So
Love it.
if you talk to your fellow business owners, like if you're in a strip center, if you're in a mall, if you're on Main Street, and you can still do that on your website. Again, you have the ability to put these pop-ups or a message that says, oh, I see you're checking out buying baby clothing. You want some baby books? Here's a 5% code to use at Annie's, bookstore. And so you can do that easily, talking to your neighboring business owners. I think you're right. It's a little, we're in December already, but I don't think, if you look around you, what stores are there,
Yeah.
or even services, right? Even maybe
Yeah.
the local gym or the hairdresser. You can cross promote online
Love that.
just as
Love that.
easily as in
For
person.
me, it's the restaurant next to the wine store.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Go to this wine store as opposed to another one and get,
Right.
10% off of your wine for tonight. Okay, we're kind of in the lightning round now, Rieva, believe it or not. That's how fast this stuff goes. So I want to give takeaways for people who are watching this. But I did get a nice note from Nieves, who's in New Jersey. And it says, I recently ordered from a small business and I was very happy to receive a personal handwritten thank you note for supporting small business. Thought I'd share this with you as a retailer.
That's a great idea.
And it's a no-brainer. It's a
It's a
no.
no-brainer.
So, like a quick funny story, whatever. Last weekend, we have big leaf pickup because I live in a place where leaves drop like they're going out of style. And so the town comes around, they scoop up our leaves. And there's a neighbor on the corner, and it was Sunday night, and Monday morning they were going to pick up the leaves, and their whole yard was full of leaves. And so I went over and I blew off all their leaves into the driveway, right? And the next day, they're the greatest couple, and they've been here for like 50 years. I get a handwritten thank you note. How nice it was. Merry Christmas to you and your family. And she got me a gift certificate to the local, bakery.
Oh, how nice.
And I saw her, and big hug. And I said, you didn't have to do that. And you know what? That handwritten gesture
Yes.
goes, and I love the fact that it was supporting a local small business.
Right.
Like that's just a win-win-win all the way around. I love being out there blowing leaves because it gives me it's therapy for me. And, she wrote that handwritten note, which I actually save. I'm going to save that and, look at it a year from now, 2 years from now. But then she gave me this local gift certificate, and I'm 100% going to use that. So
Right.
takeaways there, handwritten notes, gift certificates to local small businesses that you can give out to people as a way of saying thank you,
Mm-hmm.
right? For your service. I'm going to do that with, we do it like for garbage pickup and our postal service. I'm going to give them gift certificates to shop at local small businesses.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea. I think, and again, it's fostering a sense of community because if 77% of Americans are saying, I want to shop local, if you foster that sense of community, that's going to get them to actually do it.
Right. Right. All right. Let's go. Let's do some quick takeaways. So
Okay.
resources for women and minority owned small businesses. I saw two great things that I want to point out. And this is supporting Black owned businesses. On Facebook, they have the hashtag Buy Black. And on Twitter, I saw a hashtag Black owned business. I love that. And I look what if you're a Black owned business, a retailer in the United States, a retailer or e-commerce business, you 100% should put both those hashtags in your bio and use them on every tweet and every posting that you have. Because when people click on it and it's in your bio, just through the algorithms alone, you're going to pop near the top of the results page.
Right, right. And the if you're in certain industries, it's a little late now, but think about this going into next year. There are certain big stores that are looking to promote Black owned businesses, like Target has a program for Black beauty products from African American entrepreneurs. I think Sephora has a program that promotes all small businesses,
Yeah.
and they're all delineating, hey, to a customer, here's products from Black entrepreneurs. So you want to, whatever your, obviously you can tell I'm buying cosmetics, but whatever your industry, yeah, whatever you could use some. Now, whatever your industry is, check out and see what programs they're offering to promote minority entrepreneurs in that.
Right. Right. Great idea. And also, it's never too late to go to your Black and Hispanic chambers of commerce, as well as SCORE, SBA, local small business development centers, NAWBO, and other women business organizations. Hopefully you've been connecting with them all year because they are fantastic resources, and they're in most instances, they're free. And so take advantage of, maybe you have to pay annual dues, but certainly the networking and the kind of informal board of advisors is a great resource and probably would prevent you from making an expensive mistake.
Can I throw in two tips that are?
No.
Okay. No, I'm gonna anyway. You know that. So one of the things that the NRF said is because so many people are staying close to home or at home this holiday season, and not traveling, not going to other people's houses, they're expecting to see an uptick in buying holiday decorations. So if you haven't ordered those yet, you might be able to throw them in, to have a throw in where, some cute little ornaments or something. And if you haven't ordered them, you can find them pretty cheaply locally and just mark up the price and resell them that way. So people are looking to spend more on things that make their house look more festive because they'll be home. And then the other tip from the NRF was that before people buy online, or even if they plan to buy in store, they are going to websites to check out, what you have, and they want, and it helps them buy to see customer reviews of the products. So make sure you allow your customers to say, like I was looking for something for my niece the other day, and it was like a shirt, and it was like run small. So it helps as a customer when you're trying to make a decision. It helps me make a buying decision. The thing I was looking for a small, and they didn't have the color I wanted. And then I read the reviews, and it says it runs small. So I bought and they had the color I wanted in medium. So I would have abandoned that purchase if I hadn't seen that. And so encourage your customers to leave reviews of products.
Right. And that goes back to our earlier comment about um, uh, go visit your website as if you were a customer.
Yes.
And does it answer all of the questions, and how easy is it to navigate the site? So the takeaways: be your own customer. 28 days left in the year, 21 days till Christmas, 3 shopping weekends. You should have a strategic goal about where you want to be 28 days from now, and a GPS plan for every single day, and milestones every single day, how much you want to do in sales or whatever the number is, so that you can get as close as possible to hitting that goal. Um, what else? Oh, let's talk about this. We got about 120 seconds left. And this is important. It's called playing the what if game. So this week, Rieva, I'd be remiss if we didn't discuss this. Let's play the what if game so that our viewers can come up with answers to these questions. What if one of your employees gets COVID? Right? What if you get COVID? What if your business gets locked down, which we're seeing right now, potentially happening in California? What if the weather turns bad, right? Rain, snow, polar vortex. What if there are shipping delays? What if you have inventory issues? What if you have website issues? You need to have answers to those questions, because if it does happen, you can't just put your head in the sand and wait till it all blows over, because by that time it's going to be January and you're going to have missed all your opportunities. So play the what if game, at least with the questions that I just posed, and have answers to them, so that if there are shipping delays, obviously you want to get in as much business as you can while everything is still, with the best possible scenarios, right? Clear weather, nobody in your business has COVID, and you don't have any inventory or shipping delays. But that could turn, and if it does, you want to make sure you mitigate your downtime. So go ahead.
I was just going to say, and one of the last things from the NRF survey was that you need to assure your customers that you are offering a safe environment for them to shop in. And using social media is a great way to do that. You should say that on your website, because they're going to
Right.
websites before they come into a store.
Right.
But also use social media to say, it's a safe environment, and enforce that.
Yeah.
Enforce that. Do make people wear a mask in your
Yeah.
store. That's it. Because you got to
Yeah.
take care of your employees too.
Right. No mask, no entry. And make
Exactly.
sure that you're cleaning down surfaces and all of
Yeah.
it. Yeah. That.
Offering sanitizer at store, at the entry of the store. That's a really important comfort for a lot of customers.
Right. All great ideas. Well, look, Rieva, this was phenomenal. I think there is a ton of great information here. I'm glad we're going to put it on demand on the website. We'll have a summary of it. I'm going to post all of the recommendations and suggestions that you gave. We'll put that out on social media and share it with people. And again, if you have any questions that we didn't answer, and I got a whole, I think three pages of questions that we didn't get to, we'll do the best that we can to answer those questions on the website, bootcamp.smallbusinessedge.com. And we'll also put them out on social media. But thank you very much, Rieva, for being my partner in all of this, and for joining me today on this live Q&A session, Retail Week and E-commerce Week. I want to thank Pitney Bowes SendPro online. You can go to their website, sendpro.com. Again, everything that we talked about here, if you want to make your life easier and ship like a pro, it's going to save you time. It's going to save you money. Check it out, sendpro.com. And of course, I want to thank all our viewers and listeners and readers and everybody that we talk to and that talks to us, and you share your stories. Thank you. Thank you for allowing us to participate in what you're trying to do and letting us try and help you achieve your dreams. With that, we're going to wrap this up today. We'll see you next week for Technology Week. And by the way, don't forget to take our quiz on the website. What type of business owner are you? Are you a small business owner, a passionate business owner, or an entrepreneur? It's 5 questions. It'll take you 2 minutes, and the answer could potentially save you from making some very expensive mistakes. Okay, everybody, we're done for today.
Happy
It was
holidays.
great. Happy holidays to everybody, and we'll see you again next week. Take care.